Hello, partners. In this report, my writer and researcher Dennis Daly has come up with a profile of one of the most unusual patriots in recent history. This patriot became well known during the Korean War, that lost war that happened in the early 1950s. Our honoree this time around became so famous for taking on special and dangerous missions that soon our hero got a nickname. Will you hear this nickname? Sergeant Reckless. That's right, Sergeant Reckless. Now, it's normal to take chances in wartime, as we all know, but Sergeant Reckless went beyond the usual definition of hero by taking on missions that no one else could do. Let me mention only a few. Sergeant Reckless was first assigned to the Marine Corps, serving in what was called the Recoilless Rifle Platoon. This unit was assigned to the anti-tank duty within the Marine Corps' 5th Marine Regiment of the 1st Division of the Marines. The first thing that the comrades of Sergeant Reckless noticed about this young recruit was our hero's incredible appetite. While most soldiers were griping about the daily menu, Sergeant Reckless let the rest of the squad have all the good stuff, while our hero was eating huge amounts of scrambled eggs and drinking gallons of Coca-Cola. Wait a minute, don't stop me, don't please. But it was the dangerous missions taken on by Sergeant Reckless that started all the talk and created all the legends. You see, partners, Sergeant Reckless was fearless. Whenever ammunition needed moved or secret messages and missions needed delivering, our hero volunteered going alone, with no one to help, often through enemy lines to get the goods to the right place. The highlight of our honoree's 9-month military career came in late March of 1953 during the so-called Battle for Outpost Vegas. In one day, Sergeant Reckless made more than 50 trips alone to bring supplies to U.S. Marines on the front lines. Wait till you hear this. Before the war was over, Sergeant Reckless was awarded 2 Purple Hearts and many, many other battlefield citations and honors. So, Jimmy, I don't understand where you're going with this. Your special honoree this week was brave and fearless and won Purple Hearts, but you can say that for so many people in society. All of them were brave men and women who fought for this country. So what is so special about Sergeant Reckless? Why was he such an important man? Well, for one thing, Sergeant Reckless was not an important man. No, Sergeant Reckless was a woman, and a very special one. You see, Sergeant Reckless was from Mongolia, and the Marines in her unit bought her for $250 from a young boy who hung around the camp. This young boy needed the money to buy an artificial leg for his sister, who had lost her leg when she stepped on a mine. Jimmy, I'm totally lost. Now, just stop this. Sergeant Reckless, come on, was a woman who was purchased by a young boy, then sold to get the money to buy the boy's sister so she could get an artificial leg. I'm jumping around just for fun. How did Sergeant Reckless become a slave? Well, as Paul Harvey would have said, I think I need to tell you the rest of the story. Oh, it gets more interesting than ever, partners. The fact is, Sergeant Reckless was not a woman sold into slavery. She was a horse. A horse? That's right, a horse. Sergeant Reckless was essentially a pack horse who learned to deliver letters and ammunition alone. This is kind of like a homing pigeon going to the right place. Now, because of her bravery under fire, she was eventually honored in many ways. Her wartime service record was featured in the Saturday Evening Post. That was one of the magazines. Life magazine recognized her as one of America's 100 all-time heroes. She was retired and brought to the United States after the war, where she made appearances on television and participated in the United States Marine Corps birthday ball. She was officially promoted to Staff Sergeant in 1959 by the Commandant of the Marine Corps. Golly, Sergeant Reckless died in the spring of 1968. Just a few years ago, the Marine Corps put up a statue of Sergeant Reckless on the grounds of the big Marine base in Quantico, Virginia. Oh, and there's more to this story. During the Korean War, our hero, Sergeant Reckless, not only went off on her own to make important deliveries, she got very good at pulling telephone wires from camp to camp. But sadly, I do have one negative thing to report about Sergeant Reckless. What's that, Jimmy? I mentioned she had an incredible appetite. Well, there's a story that one night Sergeant Reckless got so hungry she ate $30 worth of cookies. No, she just thought they were cookies. They ended up being $30 worth of poker chips that one of the Marines left out in the open. She saw that, this looks awful good. So you see, dear partners, not all heroes are the kind you and I might immediately bring to mind. There have been animal heroes all along the way, and one of the best known has been old Sergeant Reckless, one of the bravest of all, who fought in Korea in the 1950s. What a great story. Sergeant Reckless, a real hero who likely saved a lot of lives back in the Korean War. Well, partners, you know the drill. Look up there, you see those three little squares. Farthest over the right has the red X. Click it. Don't click anything else, and you'll go right back to the report page. Dennis, another great hero of yesteryear. Thanks so much. I enjoy doing these, and I hope you like them too. Tell your friends about this, and send this link to others. Maybe they may want to join us. I love you. Go get 'em, Tigers!